The living room of our family's vacation home at Crystal Lake erupted into chaos that Sunday evening. "How could you be so damn selfish, Ellie?" my father, Richard, bellowed. His face flushed crimson as he stormed back and forth across the hardwood floor. "Your sister needs that money for her startup. You've got more than enough to spare." His words hit me like a freight train, leaving me frozen, my hand still gripping the property tax bill he just shoved at me. What was supposed to be a laid-back dinner had morphed into a full-on ambush about my supposed failure to step up. I'm Ellie Carter, 33. A self-made day trader who clawed her way to success with no silver spoon in sight. Every dollar I've earned came from sleepless nights decoding market trends and taking calculated gambles that paid off. For the past 5 years, I'd quietly shouldered the family's financial burdens, paying the property taxes on this very lake house, covering my younger sister Sophie's car payments, even footing the bill for lavish family getaways. I never complained. It felt like my duty, a way to repay the parents who raised me. Or so I'd convinced myself. "Dad," I finally said, my voice steadier than my racing heart. "I've been bankrolling everything for years. The property taxes, Sophie's business trips, Mom's medical bills that insurance wouldn't touch. I've never asked for a dime in return. But I can't keep this up forever." My mother, Diane, sat mute on the couch, her gaze glued to her clasped hands, avoiding me entirely. That stung worse than Dad's tirade. "We gave you everything growing up," he shot back, brushing off my words like they were nothing. "And now when we need you, you're bailing? While Sophie's out there trying to build something real." That's when I spotted it. An envelope peeking out from under a magazine on the coffee table, stamped with official-looking text. I glimpsed "Trust Fund" and "Sophie Carter" in bold print before my stomach plummeted. I lunged for it, ignoring Dad's sharp, "Ellie, that's private." Too late. My hand shook as I skimmed the document, the truth spilling out in stark black and white. A hefty trust fund, set up for Sophie alone. The same father who'd sworn there was no money to help with my college tuition, leaving me juggling jobs and loans, had stashed away a fortune for my sister while guilting me into funding their lifestyle. "When were you going to tell me about this?" I whispered, a chilling clarity washing over me. My entire life snapped into focus, the favoritism, the double standards, the endless demands masked as family duty. Dad snatched the paper back, but the damage was done. I'd seen the numbers, $350,000 for Sophie, with promises of more to come. All while I'd been told the family was strapped. "You weren't supposed to see that," he muttered, stuffing it back into the envelope. "Clearly," I replied, my voice hollow. It all made sense now. Sophie's dance lessons while I was pushed to focus on school, her shiny new car at 16 while I rode the bus until I could scrape together cash for a beat-up Toyota. College? She got a private university with family backing. I pieced together scholarships and worked 30 hours a week at a coffee shop. I chalked it up to timing or circumstance. Now I saw it for what it was. They valued her more. "Sweetheart," Mom finally piped up, her tone soft and placating in a way that now screamed manipulation. "Sophie needs more help than you. You've always been so strong. So independent. We're proud of how you've made it on your own." The twisted logic stole my breath. I'd been penalized for thriving while Sophie was coddled for leaning on them. "All those times I begged for help," I said slowly, memories crashing in, working 2 jobs in college, barely sleeping when my car died and I couldn't fix it. When I needed a deposit for my first apartment, you said there was no money. But it was there. Just not for me. Dad shifted, uneasy. "Investments aren't that simple, Ellie. We had to plan for the future. Just not mine," I shot back. I thought of the years I'd poured cash into their lives, $8,700 a year for 5 years on this lake house's taxes alone, $43,500 total. Sophie's car payments? $11,680. The $12,000 roof repair last summer? Me, no questions asked. All while they built her nest egg. "Taxes are due next month," Dad said, sliding the bill toward me like nothing had changed. "And the HOA fees went up again." I stared, dumbfounded. After all this, he still expected me to pay. Something snapped. "I'll handle it," I said quietly, picking up the bill. He relaxed, missing the steel in my voice. The drive back to my Salt Lake City apartment was a haze. The snow-dusted mountains I usually loved now glaring down like silent judges. I'd been a fool. At home I ignored Dad's calls, probably checking I'd still pay, and opened my laptop. A folder labeled Family Finances glowed on the screen, a record I'd kept out of habit but never thought I'd weaponize. 5 years of contributions stared back, $43,500 in taxes, $11.680 for Sophie's car, $12,000 for the roof, $8,200 for mom's knee surgery, $22,400 in gifted vacations. Total, $97,830. And that was just the big stuff. My phone buzzed. Sophie. Dad says you're being difficult about the taxes. Don't be selfish, Ellie. Then Dad. We're counting on you. Don't let us down. No gratitude, just entitlement. I laughed, a bitter edge to it. Next morning I called in sick and met with Mark Reynolds, the financial advisor who'd guided me to wealth 3 years ago. This is staggering, he said, eyeing my spreadsheet. And you've never asked them to pay you back? They're family, I shrugged. I wanted to help. He removed his glasses, his gaze sharp. Ellie, this is generous to a fault. You're sabotaging your own future while they lean on you. This isn't healthy. I get that now, I admit it. I just found out about Sophie's trust fund, $350,000, all for her. While I've been their cash cow. His face darkened. That's a game changer. We plotted for 2 hours. Mark suggested a forensic accountant, Victor Lopez, to nail down every cent. Are you ready for this? He asked. Family money fights get nasty. I thought of the trust fund, the years of lies, Dad's casual expectation I'd keep paying. I'm ready, I said, my resolve ironclad. It's time they see what happens when I stop. A week later, Victor's office was a fortress of paper, bank statements, receipts, my meticulous records. You're a day trader's dream client. He grinned, sorting files. Most people don't track like this. What's the damage? I braced myself. He slid a report over, $118,745. That includes $14,915 in lost investment gains, he explained. Conservative estimate. The number hit like a punch, proof of their betrayal in cold, hard cash. What's next? I asked. Depends, Victor said. Legal action's an option. Though family stuff's messy without contracts. Or we can package this as leverage, a wake-up call. Leverage, I decided. As he prepped the docs, my phone buzzed. Dad. Tax payments late. Due soon. Sophie, Dad says you're screwing us over. Really, Ellie? I silenced it. Let them sweat. 3 days later, Victor's notarized statement arrived, every dollar I'd given, verified. With Mark's seal of approval. That night, Mom called. Ellie, your father's worried about the taxes. Due next week. I know, I said coolly. Will you handle it? You're so reliable, she pressed. Oblivious. That did it. Not this time, I replied. What? She gasped. I'm done paying. For the taxes, Sophie's car, anything. I've given $120,000 while you've built Sophie's trust fund. I'm out. Silence. Your father said you saw that, she whispered. You have to understand I do, I cut in. And I'm finished. I hung up, knowing the real fight was coming. Next morning, I canceled Sophie's car autopay, cut myself off family accounts, and moved $120,000 into a new fund, Ellie's future. The freedom was intoxicating. By noon, my phone exploded. Sophie. My car payment bounced. Fix this. Dad, call me now. This is unacceptable. Mom's voicemail trembled. The tax notice has a late fee. Sophie might lose her car. Why are you doing this? No apologies, just demands. I ignored them, trading through a wild market day. Then the intercom crackled. Miss Carter, your father's here. He's insistent. Tell him I'm not here, I said. He won't leave. Call the police if he doesn't. 20 minutes later, my cousin Jake texted, saw Uncle Richard escorted out by security. You okay? Fine, I replied. Family money drama. About time you pushed back, he wrote. The Sophie favoritism's been bullshit forever. His words hit deep, someone else saw it. That night, Sophie showed up, pounding my door. What's your deal? She snapped when I cracked it open. My car payment failed. Dad says you're tanking the lake house taxes. Why? Because I've shelled out $120,000 while Dad's funded your $350,000 trust. I said calmly. Her face flickered, shock, guilt, then defiance. That's different. I need security. You've got your fancy career. At 31, Sophie, while I pay your bills? She flushed. You never complained. I didn't know I was being played. She softened, touching my arm. We're family, Ellie. Dad says we might lose the lake house. I stepped back. Not my problem. You'd let it go, she gasped. They've got your trust fund, I said. Her jaw tightened. I shut the door. 2 weeks later, the tax deadline passed. I stayed silent, pouring energy into my portfolio. Mark projected huge gains now that I wasn't bleeding cash. Then Uncle Tom emailed, Ellie, Richard's asking me for $10,000 for taxes and penalties. Says you've abandoned them. What's up? I sent him my contribution summary and the trust fund bombshell. Holy shit, he replied. He's been lying to everyone. Jake called next. Family meeting at your parents' this weekend. Richard's rallying them against you, saying you're ruining the legacy. They want me to pay the penalties too? I asked. Yep. Guilt trip central. I'm going, I decided. You've got my back? Hell yes, he said. Saturday, I walked into my parents' house in a sharp black suit, briefcase in hand. The room hushed mid-rant from Dad. Aunts? Uncles, cousins stared. Ellie, he said, recovering, we're discussing your refusal to help with the lake house. Funny, I replied, opening my case. I've got 5 years of records showing $118. 000 I've already given while you built Sophia $350,000 trust. Gasps rippled. Aunt Linda cut in, what trust? I handed out summaries. Taxes, Sophie's car, vacations, all me. Meanwhile, Sophie got this. Chaos erupted. Dad's face went beet red. Private matters, he roared. Family matters, Uncle Tom countered, and you've screwed Ellie. Support swelled, Aunt Linda raged. Uncle Tom suggested I deserve lake house equity. I just want fairness, I said. Jake nodded. They need consequences. Days later, Dad texted, taxes are due. No apology. Mom called, pleading. The lake house means everything to him. More than me. I asked. She faltered. I've given $120,000. Sophie got $350,000. I'm done. Next day, I sent Dad the full financial record, circled at $118. $745. No words needed. Sophie called, rattled. Is it really $120,000? Verified, I said. Dad said you just helped a little. I didn't know. She broke off then. I feel awful. Dad set it up. I offered. But I took it, she admitted. I'm fixing this. She hung up. Next day, Dad's lawyer sent papers. Taxes paid, me now 25% owner of the lake house. Sophie's trust funded it. Her insistence. Dad texted, this wasn't necessary. Mom, I'm proud you stood up. Sophie called. I told Dad to split the trust. He's doing it tomorrow. Thank you, I said. No, she replied. Thank you for the truth. For the first time I felt seen. Not just the money but the respect. The scales were finally balancing.